Many of you that are watching this weren't even born when 9/11 happened. My kids were. They were in middle school and grade school when it occurred. Now they are healthcare and community professionals serving the companies or organizations they work for, but also their neighborhoods. They have learned a critical lesson, in part from my involvement at 9/11. That is, you have to take care of yourself first, and then be ready and willing to help care for others. It's important that you, especially if you're in middle school, high school, or college, and you really don't have a memory of what happened. We were a country that was enjoying a period of exuberance. There was no Berlin Wall. There was no war. There was peace. And we thought we were loved by everyone in the world when suddenly a disaster happened on that day. And we realized that we were isolated in a bubble of not enough information to really make good decisions about our policies in the world and or our defenses at home. I participated in a health clinic at Ground Zero as a volunteer. I participated with my family in that event and in the aftermath thereof, as we tried to figure out how to help. We weren't smart enough to be first responders, but we were smart enough to help the first responders. We became second responders. We helped the first responders. And then when we were troubled, people helped us. They became third responders, family members that saw how stressed out we all were and helped support all of us. Everyone looked out for their neighbors and supported them if they had lost a loved one on 9/11, or if their other loved one was being drafted into guilt to join, or patriotic fervor to join the military and take on whatever action our president suggested. I invite you to come with me. I wrote a book called Lessons Learned at Ground Zero. It's free, it's online, it's on your phone app at theforceforhealth.com. If you join, your teacher or college instructor will have lesson plans for you. I want you to see it through the eyes of volunteers, not the government, just a country doctor, myself, and a bunch of volunteers who put together a clinic to take care of those that were in trouble. And I want you to think about, what lessons have you learned in the disaster of your lifetime? COVID, or maybe abuse, or maybe a hurricane, a flood, dealing with political or emotional strife, worried about relatives back in Ukraine, or maybe after the earthquake in Morocco. What lessons have you learned? What difference can you make to make the world a better place? The lesson I learned is everyone is different, but everyone has to be as healthy as possible and as mentally prepared as possible, as knowledgeable as possible. I call it health literacy, so they can take care of themselves and others. I want you to join up and become a health advancing citizen of the world as a free Force for Health member. I'm looking forward to sharing my lessons learned from Ground Zero and also from Hurricane Katrina. And I'm looking forward to hearing your lessons learned in your lives. Let's create a community that cares about advancing the health and health literacy of everyone. You're going to inherit this world, and you're inheriting it very quickly as my generation moves on. What I'm suggesting is we welcome people to this country, but never forget that we also need to be prepared to help ourselves and maybe others in the world so that this doesn't happen again. I'm Dr. Rob for the Force for Health. I'll see you on the other side online.